Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the RealNext webinar series. Today we are talking about amazing presentations to build your brand. I'm Jeff Finn, and joining me today is Matthew Smith, who's going to take a deep dive into the RealNext application to... Lost my screen there, Matt. I don't know what happened. There we go. We will take a deep dive into the RealNext application to talk about the many different types of presentations that you can use and marketing tools that you can tap into that will help you generate more business. And we'll focus on property detail and analysis, creating a teaser, creating a BOV, an offering memo, even a property website. We'll talk about how you can put all of your due diligence in a virtual deal room to efficiently run sales processes, invite your prospects in and put that out into the broader base market to engage clients in or prospects into deal rooms to run the sale process and capture more leads and convert those leads into opportunities and deals. We'll talk about expanding your market, putting your listings out into the RealNext marketplace and running broad-based email marketing campaigns either to your targeted list or to the rapidly growing global RealNext community of well over 200,000 prospects around the world in targeted fashion. And also how you can take all of the listings that you have in RealNext and put them on your website, either in our MP Direct plugin or in our API to feed your listing site with MP Premier. And then we'll close out with a great new addition to the RealNext suite of tools, aerial video tours with virtual reality to showcase buildings, projects, showcase yourself, your track record, your company in your region, as well as new projects that you're coming to market with and to start in the pre-sale, pre-leasing, and even in the planning and development and capital raising aspects of those projects. So a lot of ground to cover. Matt, I'm going to turn it over to you. As always, we are recording. We are open for questions, and we'll engage those questions as quickly as we can throughout the presentation. And if we don't get to them during the presentation, we'll capture them at the tail end before we wrap up. So Matt, let me turn it over to you and we'll take it away.
Fantastic, Jeff. Can you see my screen here?
Sure.
Awesome. If you notice, there's going to be something different on my screen, and I'll do this real quick, but a lot of you have gave me some feedback and said, hey, Matt, you move your mouse around really quick. I'd like to be able to follow where your mouse is going. So now I have a mouse cursor highlight. Thanks to our good buddy, Kevin, that it was using one on his. I did a little research before this meeting to make sure that I have one here for everybody so you can see where my mouse goes. And if it does go off, you'll see that as well. So we'll talk a little bit about the branding collateral and how that works. Now, one of the things that people ask me is, Matt, your system looks absolutely beautiful. How do you get it set up? One, if you need help getting set up, you can always click support. Support can put you into one of our fast training startups where you go to a class once a week and you can learn how to get into the program, get engaged in the program, and use the program. If you need some help with some branding or you need to get re-onboarded, they'll be able to give you the right links to get re-onboarded inside of the program. Another thing that people ask me is how to get your data in here. Our data can be brought in from two different places. One is from our listing management. So if your company already syndicates listings to us, which means they're in our listing management, you can easily just click analyze and it brings the information into Market Edge. If you're using the CRM and you have a property or space, you can hit analyze and it will bring that information into Market Edge as well. So it is bi-directional, so it'll go both ways. It'll go from the CRM into here and from Marketplace into here, and then Market Edge will go back out to Marketplace. So a little bit about the property details on here. To create any kind of marketing collateral, it is super easy with inside of our program. If you've never used our program, I'm always going to recommend you click Guide Me. When you click Guide Me, you can say create development analysis, multifamily, office, industrial, or commercial. And then you simply just click on what you're trying to create, and it's going to walk you through step by step how to create an analysis. So if you have no properties in here, no properties in the CRM, no properties in Marketplace, no problem. Just hit guide me. It'll walk you through step by step how to put the property name in there, the property type, and then what template are you trying to create? Are you trying to create a retail valuation? Are you trying to create a sale leaseback, a lease versus buy, or you just want to create a simple flyer? Guide me will walk you through how to do just that. You can go ahead and click on any one of the photos once you do create a property in here, and it will take you to our initial page. Our initial page will have general information. This is where your analysis type will come into play. Financial analysis, that's going to be a full cash flow. Could be a 2-year, could be a 20-year cash flow, could be a sensitivity analysis, development analysis. Maybe it's part of your broker opinion of value. The other one is a rent roll only. Well, where would I ever use that? Well, rent roll only is great as if you have a space for lease or multiple spaces for lease, and you want to showcase those spaces for lease in your marketing collateral. The last one is going to be presentation only. Presentation only is just that. It's going to allow you to create a flyer or commercial services or any other aspects of that presentation, but it's going to eliminate all the financials out of there for you. And again, this is very plug and play. I heard that word on a call today. They're like, wow, your program's really plug and play. It really is. We've added some new functionality in here like hide address and presentation. Some people want to create a presentation that's beautiful. However, for what reasons they have, they don't want to show the address, and you can hide the address. If you are doing land, you can put in latitude and longitude in here. Maybe you're doing a development, it's a piece of land, you want to show what it looks like developed. You can put the geo coordinates in there and it will map out, and it will also use that for demographics as well as other portions of our program. We do have a really strong financial analysis tool, any land values, building fields, overview, industrial and retail fields. Now, this page is important because if you put information on this page, it will help you when you go to your presentation. So slow down, fill the blanks, your presentation becomes easier. Now from here, if you want to go to assumptions, this will allow you to put in things like resale information, value of land, discount rate, general vacancy. Next, you have things in here for your income. I was working with a client earlier today, and we are going through a mixed use property. That's why you see it in this style. Now I can change it to more of a multifamily style by simply clicking a button. But if I want to do a mixed use, I can click a button here, and it allows me to itemize each one of my units, or I can add in there, you know, this is a retail restaurant or office space, and then on top of that, it has multifamily. Again, it's a fantastic financial analysis tool. Your information will pull from Marketplace or CRM, but you can also import the data as well. If you don't want to have the detailed income analysis, you can also do a quick income analysis, just down and dirty napkin, total income and growth rate. Any expenses you have, you can do your detailed expenses like reserve replacements, general expenses, whether they have increases or reimbursements, capital expenses like AC conversion I was doing on this one. And then again, you can do the quick expense analysis. Any debt services, projections, and then that's going to give you all your beautiful charts and dashboards. Now, those are all going to turn into your presentation. I'm not going to go through and underwrite a full deal, but I think it's important for you to see how easy it was for me to create this. This is something I'm doing semi-live, where I put the property information in and I come to presentation, and there is a one-pager. And if I only want one page, I can go to File, Templates, and load a flyer, and I have one flyer just like this. It looks absolutely beautiful. Now, if you are with a larger company, you most likely have your branding in here ready. If you're with more of a private, smaller boutique firm, we may or may not have your branding. If you want branding, obviously we can add that in there for you. Just talk to the support team of what that cost would be. We also give you a ton of templates. So if you want to use any one of our templates, whether they're portrait, landscape, we have ones for space available, for lease, sale, and such. All those templates are pre-created for you, and you just select it, and you can change it from landscape to portrait, and then back and forth. To add any additional pages in here, You can just drag and drop those pages, whether they're custom pages, global custom pages, maybe they're PDF pages with PDF inserts. It'll form fit your whole PDF right in there, and it'll allow you to make an absolute beautiful teaser flyer, broker opinion of value, full offering, including a website. Now, Jeff and Demetrius and the other team have spent countless hours going through and updating these templates for everybody. So if you go and you hit File, Templates, you'll see the RealNext templates here. Now these templates are built out beautifully for you. You can go ahead and you can copy these templates so you can make them your own and then adjust them on your own. So if you want to go ahead and create a healthcare broker opinion of value, you simply just load one of these and it will load all the information for you. If you want to see one in landscape or one in portrait or just for lease, and maybe you just want to go and see shopping centers, no problem, there they are. And we try to give you as much description as possible to make it easy for you. And again, you can click on details to see what it looks like. Now you cannot change the details in here. You would need to copy that because we don't want you to take the ones we have and adjust them and then come back to us and say, hey, we made a mistake. Just copy them. And then once you copy them, then you're able to change those templates in there. But these templates are already done for you. So again, it's all about plug and play and making things easy. Now, a lot of the times, these pages aren't available for you, meaning that we don't have in here what you want. No problem. We're going to go ahead and create a team bio. You can go ahead and you can move things to the left, to the right. You can drag and drop any one of the widgets on the left-hand side to build your own layout. Building your own layout gives you tons of examples of what things can look like over here on the right-hand side. And now you can select any one of these, including the dynamic one, and create your own layout. So we're literally giving you a blank canvas to do what you need, make it a global template, then you drag it and drop it every time, and now you have a beautiful branded presentation. Now from here, we can do a couple things. We can go ahead and we can preview it, we can email it, and we can create a beautiful digital flip book. Now our flip books are great because they do a couple things. One is when someone clicks on the link, it's going to get a notification saying that someone clicked on or viewed 56 Tribune Avenue. Now, it's also a live document, and that can work in two ways. One way, it can work out amazingly because if you have any price reduction, if you have any change or updates or anything else, if someone went and refreshed this link, the information will change. Now, if you go in and you make a mistake and you republish it, that could happen, but most likely it won't. And you'll hear a whooshing sound. We also give you business mapping. Now, it's business mapping for a reason. You can go ahead and you can put your own logos, or we provide logos for you. So no more going to your logo folder on your desktop and dragging and dropping and copying and pasting for hours while you scroll through Facebook on your other phone. We give you the logos, we give you the information, we give it to you so you can provide it on here. We can even allow you to do a radius ring, take the radius ring off. You can add your own text, your own data points on there. We give you the mapping, we give you the demographics, everything to create a beautiful offering memorandum, including a very nice pro forma. Our pro forma is one of the best in the industry because it's going to show your actual and market next to it. Nothing is hidden. You can go ahead and share that on any social media platform you choose. You can also create your own website. To create your own website, you would have your colors, your logo. So it will not say your company here, I promise you that. It's your company logo. It'll have your colors. It also will do charts for you. It'll have your location information. It'll have your contact information. It'll also have other inventory if you want, and including additional docs if you want to have documentation. Now, whenever I have documentation, I typically want to have one of two things. One is I want a flyer so they can go ahead and access the flyer. The other one I want to do is have my due diligence war room. Now, you can use these in multiple ways. One, I was going through a client this morning on, it's a great way to put all your lenders in, and when you underwrite your property, you simply go to documents and you drag in your underwriting, and they get a notification, and then you can expect them to send you back a rate sheet if they're willing to put debt on that property. Maybe they're not. Hey, Matt, I'm not interested in 123 Anywhere. No problem. You can also use it for your whole due diligence process. You can drag and drop your files directly from your desktop, Mac, PC, right in here, drag and drop them, and it will allow you to bulk create a security clearance. So we have 7 levels of security. The security you can do is basic all the way up to maximum. Now, things that would be in basic, your offering would be in basic because your client's going to sign off on a confidentiality agreement. But your estoppel certificates, your lease documents, and so forth, maybe you want that security level 3, 4, whatever it would be. Now, the nice thing about this is you're going to get 2 links. One is going to be your CA link, one's your deal room link. So the CA link will take the client to a CA. They're going to go ahead and register. When they register, you're going to get an email notification. They can access the documentation right away. 3 weeks ago, a client said, you know what, we use an expensive deal room. It's anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000 per deal room. Ours is unlimited deal rooms. Now, the nice thing about this is they had a client that was opted out, and so their clients were not getting the deal room link. And so I showed them with RealNext, you don't have to worry about that. You can copy your deal room link, you can create an email, you can even add it to your listing that goes to your website, syndicate it out, and you don't have to worry about being in some kind of, special, multi $1,000 platform that has your investors that have already been opted out because people spammed them. So again, you get full control over how that rolls. So it's drag and drop due diligence with added security, and you can invite unlimited participants. Now you can invite them by adding them in the CRM and bringing them right into there. You can also go ahead and just simply hit new, and you can add a new person. When you add a new person, it'll allow you to send them an invite, give them instructions to access the deal room. You can also see when they logged in, what documents they signed off if there was a sign off date, how many times they logged in, what documents they viewed. You can suspend them, and you can see all the history right through the program. Okay, so it's really good. Now I can even hit message, and message will pull up my email right here, and I can message that person right on that side, and you have a beautiful dashboard. So think about creating that property detail and analysis, teaser, BOVOM, and website, tie that into a drag and drop due diligence and secure portal to invite those investors to it. You can also make a portal just for your top 10 or 20 investors and put your deals in there, or maybe you do a bunch of off-market deals. Put your deals in there, that's truly off-market. Now, that same information that you use to create the flyer, your offering memorandum, your valuation, your website, all that, again, allows you to create that deal room, but it also allows you to create that marketplace listing. So you're not duplicating the efforts each section you go. Commercial real estate is extremely complex. There's a lot of steps you have to do, and we're trying to eliminate a lot of those duplication of steps. Now, when you're in here, you can do a couple things. You can add your deal room so people can access your deal room from your listing. Your listing can go to your website. We even provide a snippet link that goes right into your website where all your properties for sale or for lease, 100% free to single users. All you need to do is click new embed listing, and this is going to walk you through how to create that embedded listing. Configure the link, choose the layout, choose your search panel, filters, map type, location, and there you go. It's that easy. Now, if you're on a small team or a large team, we have it at a discounted price for you. Just contact any one of us and we'll be able to give you an estimate, and we can have that code for you within a couple minutes. You could also create an email campaign. That email campaign can be created in under 60 seconds. Most of the time, you're going to create that in under 30 seconds. Now, I can create one based upon the template that I have made. We'll make templates for you if you need them. Maybe you want to use your own. Client said earlier, hey, Matt, I want to use my own flyer. No problem. Use your own flyer, add your own HTML, add your own PNG, JPEG, So you can do it yourself with your own HTML code. You can do it with your own JPEG. You can use any one of our templates, or we can customize the templates for you. Download it as a PDF, so now you have a beautiful one-pager that matches it. And you can edit right on screen, and it's easy to edit. Now you can email all your curated buyers and tenants directly in your RealNext knowledge base. You can email the RealNext community on a metropolitan area, a state area. Maybe you want to do multiple states. Let's do California. And then Jeff is in Florida, I think, this week. So Jeff, we're going to say, is in Florida. And then, you know, Jeff's hometown was New Jersey. So we'll put in New Jersey. I just came back from Seattle, so we're going to put in Washington. So if I wanted to hit those states, I can. But you know what? That's $276. It's getting a little high. What you're going to want to do then is come over here and hit a national blast. And for $129, you hit the whole nation. So again, we're trying to help you generate more deals and eliminate redundancy so you can make things faster, easier, more effective. Now remember, what I told you is what's in your market edge can be in your marketplace, can be in your CRM, but it can also automatically, everybody wants automation, automatically populate your properties for sale or for lease right on your website. It'll give you your agent roster as well. So if you want to see the agents in the area that's in your company, you can see those. You can see each one of the properties. It keeps you on your website, so it doesn't bring it back to another website and people get stuck in our site. You can tie a deal room into it. You can see it on a map. You can even see a heat map of demographics right here on this map. Now I got to scroll in and scroll out. I can zoom in and do a radius. A lot of cool things I can do on here. Now you might be saying, well, I want something a little bit more customized. I want that SEO. That's like the new thing. Everybody wants SEO. Well, there you go. We can have SEO. And see how we made this? You see how that wiggles? Pretty cool, huh? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There's a song in there, I think it's wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Anyways, we added some wiggling in there because that's what the client wanted. They also wanted it to be interactive, so people were on here and loved looking at it. We showed sold properties, for sale properties. We can customize the look and feel of this to your website, so it is yours. It's completely bespoke for you. Or we can do something that's an easy snippet, plug and play code. It just depends on what you want and how you want to do things with inside of MP Direct and MP Premier. The real campaigns are amazing. If you're paying for Chipmunky and all these other programs, you're probably paying 50 to 80% too much money. Give us an opportunity to do a cost analysis to see if we can save you money. Buddies just got married, having a baby, want to save money? Well, cancel MailChimp. Not a problem. We can do all that stuff. Now I want to introduce you to some of the fancy things we do here at RealNext, and you might not know it. We do a lot of virtual reality. We even do augmented reality, where it's live footage with virtual reality mixed. It's pretty cool. I was over at a science center in Seattle when we were there, and they had some augmented reality that was pretty neat. And my daughter ran up to the screen and she turned into a butterfly. So it's kind of neat to see augmented reality in there, but we also use augmented reality here along with virtual reality. And we can virtualize anything, something that's currently there. Maybe it's not too aesthetically pleasing. Maybe something that's not built, or maybe you need to redesign something. You have different design phases. We can do all that for you. We can help you with planning and approval. We can help you with pre-leasing. I'm working on a 56 unit multifamily right now that's under development that, you know, if everything is done right, they'll probably have everything leased out before the development is finished. Pre-sales, maybe you're doing condo or condo conversions. There's a lot of condo conversions and offices being done. Maybe you want to talk to the office owner and say, hey, let's get all the tenants out of here and let's convert everything to offices, or let's sell the offices to all the tenants. And then we also have added in our aerial tours, which is really neat. This can show a time lapse. What is your city and how's it grown? Or why should someone bring their manufacturing here? They're talking about bringing jobs back in the United States, and a lot of them. Well, here's a great way to showcase why these companies should bring their business into your area. And we can tie in video along with Google Earth, along with sound, as well as music, narration, highlight areas, and then we can have it even just be a business card for you, or maybe all the deals that your team's done. Again, there's so many different uses we can do. And right now, through I think the end of April or April 20th or something like that, you get a 20% discount on this aerial tour and maybe even some of the VR stuff. Don't quote me on the VR discount, but there is a discount up to 20% on the aerial tours. I saw the email go across this week, but this can really help build why someone should do business with you. You know, why should I do business with you, Christy? You know, I don't know who you are. You're a boutique shop. Well, here's all the clients that we worked with. Here's all the deals we sold. Here's how long they were on market and how quickly we were able to put them to market and sell the property. Or, you know, here's where we were able to take it from, you know, 20% occupancy to 98% occupancy. Whatever that would be, RealNext has a solution for you. We try to make it easy, fast, and effective to help you find transactions and close transactions. Jeff, how are we looking on time?
We're perfect, right on schedule, Matt. As always, you came in with minutes to spare and open for questions, but I know you addressed many of them along the way. So while before we wrap up, want to reach around the group and see if there's any additional questions, any interest in aerial video tours, if you need more information on putting together offering memos or content for business generation, whether it's a flyer or brochure or other lead generation tools. Happy to dig in deeper on any of those areas.
Yeah, and remember, if you're using a third-party email system, give us an opportunity. We can help bring your contacts in. We can help organize them inside of our knowledge base, or as other people call CRM. Then you can email them, and more importantly, you're getting all the statistics from all that. You're getting all the opens and clicks and opt-outs, and then you're able to have actionable items in there. Now, mine's a demo database, and I need to update the date, but you would see all those opens and clicks and opt-outs, and then to be able to transact on them. More importantly, you're able to report back to the building owner on all the activity that you generated for their building. That's super huge right now because everybody's, I wouldn't say everybody, but the market's a little, you know, sometimes people are reading too much news, and don't read too much into it, but maybe your building owner is, and they're worried about tenants vacating. And so you're going to see some letters come across from these, you know, national tenants and saying, hey, we need to renegotiate. And you're going to say, no, here, I got lots of interest in your building. Here's all the activity we got going on. Absolutely not. We're not going to renegotiate that lease because they gave us this canned letter. And you can back it all up with all that work in the RealNext knowledge base and the reporting back in there. So we're trying to give you all the tools to help you in your day-to-day aspects. And so remember,
one of the tools that you didn't show, Matt, if you go back onto the pick samples of the property, the website, and I think the Wakefield one's got the website. I'm not sure, but I think that's the one.
Yeah, I clicked on it. It's got the website, but it only showed a video.
Video, but it helps. Just show it as a video. It's okay. You'll see this is set up. It's formatted as a website where you can navigate to that left panel, and it's a link into the property. It links into VR tour. It links into video. It links into renderings and overview information. So whatever you like, you know, however you like to profile the property, we can. So the VR can be, you know, sort of embedded in an existing website. It can be the anchor to a website that we create. We can also create websites for your company or you individually. We've got a very cost-efficient model to create websites for companies, people, properties, as well as to, as Matt showed, embed a listing search engine and or agent team profile page on that as well. So I just wanted to make sure you got to see that. I think it's pretty great use case. But that's it, Matt, unless you have anything else, I think we're ready to wrap up for today.
I hope everybody enjoyed my red pointer and they were able to follow along a little bit easier when we go through this. I try to go at a very good cadence. If I'm doing good, let me know. If I'm not, let me know so I can be better. We appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Hope you have a fantastic week, and let's make this the best April ever. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.